Standards in games are used to make you learn rules and heuristic of the game much easier. Similarities that comes from the standard are important for the comfort level of the game and might determine if you're gonna like it or not. However, in order not to make another game that might be boring, you have to use some innovations in the game, which might be the look, the side of the card and how many are they, so, at the same time functions that the cards have. In this particular game, that is a card game, we have 62 cards instead of 52, and they have different functions. They are also different when it comes to the form of the card. It's much slimmer and longer, which on one hand makes it more appealing, on the other hand makes it quite difficult to mix, which, since the game is mostly for the children, might make it difficult for them to start playing with it. Once you start playing the game, you're gonna catch similarities with other games of the same kind. In this particular case, it's gonna be Uno and Skippo. First of all, we have the types of cards. Cards have similar functions. They do have numbers from 1 till, in that case, 14. Like in Uno, we have a card that can change the order of game. We have a card that can give you an extra move or stop your opponent. Like in Skippo, we have a card that can be put at any time. We have even a card that can be used together with another kind. It's gonna copy the value of it. This can be similar to the Uno, however it's not the rule that is written in the rule book of Uno game. There are no gamers that using the function where you are allowed to put more than 2 cards of the same value at the same time. And this card is very useful if you're trying to get 4 of the same kind in order to get rid of them from the game. The innovation card is, for instance, 11, which allows you to take all the cards that are already in the game and get rid of them. And red cards. Those changing the dynamic of the game, since you cannot put any other card above it if it's not the red or yellow one. The game goes in 2 parts. First one is mostly like Skippo. You are collecting the cards. You always have to have a certain number of the cards in your hand, which in this case it's 4. And you play as long as you can have still cards available. The second part is combination of Uno and Skippo. You have an amount of cards that you were not allowed to use in the first part of the game, and in order to win the round, you have to get rid of them as soon as possible. And like in Uno, you have to put the cards in a certain order or use the special one to change it. The second part of the game gives you even the chance to catch up, which pretty much, even if you feel during the whole game that you're winning, it's gonna change drastically in the second part and you might lose it as fast. Not the losers gonna get certain points, which makes it the scale performance.